So you want to start a business, not a side hustle, not a vague idea, a real business. Before you buy the domain, before the logo, before the Instagram page, there are a few things you should know. Most people skip these, and that is why some businesses don't last. Step one, clarity before action. The biggest mistake people make when starting a business is that they move too fast without clarity. Again, you don't need, I will say, a 40-page business plan for that, but you do need to answer these three important questions. One, what problem am I solving? Two, who is willing to pay for that solution? Three, why am I the person to solve it? If you can't explain your business simply, you just don't understand it yet. So just go back and think about those three questions, the why, the who, the what, behind your business, because it's so integral to moving forward in your business. When I work with owners or entrepreneurs who have been in the business for a while, we most of the time have to go back to basics, and that's these three questions here. Once they've been answered, we can delve deeper, but without those foundational answers, you won't be able to be intentional with your offerings, with your services. Your audience will be confused, you will be confused, and confusion burns money. I know it's really difficult working with entrepreneurs who have been in business for a while, and now they think that they're ready for the logo, the website, all those things. But again, going back to basics, we realize that we have to retool a lot of the things that they already have in place. And so I just want to help you save that time so that way you can be ahead of the game than most other entrepreneurs are when they're looking to start a business. So step two, fail forward and fail fast with a proof of concept before polish. What this means is this is the part where I really have seen entrepreneurs make the most expensive mistake. They spend thousands again on logos, websites, brand photos before they even know if anyone wants the thing or the service that they are looking to provide. So what I strongly, strongly recommend to anyone who is looking to start a business, build a proof of concept first. Sell the simplest version of your product. See if people will actually buy it. If they do, great. Then build upon that, because then you have the framework and the structure for your business. If they didn't, then you will want to pivot and adjust. One of the most important skills you can develop as an entrepreneur is the ability to fail forward quickly. Most people fail slowly. They overthink, they overbuild, they wait for the perfect insert whatever here. And I'll be honest, that is me on certain projects. I do like to do all my research. But now I'm to the point, if I have 60% of the information, it's time for me to act. And then I'll gain the rest of the clarity that I need as I'm in motion, as I'm doing the thing. So you want to make sure that you have fast feedback. Did people click? Did they buy? Do they care enough to respond to your offer? Every no is information, and the faster you get it, the faster that you improve. Step three, essentials only, nothing extra. What does that mean? No logo, no brand colors, no custom website. You don't need any of that right now. To start a business, you only need three things. A simple landing page, something that explains what you offer, who is it for, and why it matters. Two, a way to get paid. Stripe, PayPal, checkout link, however they're going to pay you, you need that. A fulfillment process. How does the customer actually receive the thing that they paid for? That is the business. Just a clear offer and a way to deliver. You want it to look nice, professional, and credible, mind you. Just because you don't pay for the branding and the customization of the logo doesn't mean it should look terrible. But that can be done without you spending hundreds and thousands of dollars for branding a business that might flop because there's no demand for your product or service. I'd rather you wait until you get traction to invest in that. Again, I would say for this step here, this might be unpopular, but I would even say before you even create the LLC, before you do all that paperwork, start with the essentials only. Just see if it works out. If you make a few dollars here and there, great, add it to your taxes. I'm not a tax professional, talk to a tax professional. But as a business owner, I would even recommend before the paperwork, just do this to just see if, again, there is traction with customers. So step four, this is more of a mindset thing, but you are not your business. So as you're coming into your business, you're developing your business, This is something that you're building. It's not who you are as a person. And when people tie their identity to their business, every setback feels personal. In the beginning, there's going to be some rocky starts because you're figuring things out. Things are not perfect. Again, you're coming into this with not 100% for sure information. So you know you're going to have to pivot and adjust as needed as the consumer base responds to your product or your service. But from the beginning, decide on this. Your business is a tool. You are the human. And this mindset just keeps you flexible and sane. So just remember that as you're going through the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. Step 5, consistency beats intensity. Most businesses don't fail because the idea was bad. They fail because the systems that they had were unsustainable. You don't need to work nonstop. You just need something that you can basically just wash and repeat. Ask yourself the question, can I realistically maintain this pace for a year? And if the answer is no, you just need to simplify. So this is the piece in the game where you've tested your product, people are buying, people are responding. Now it's time for you to scale. You want to make sure that as you're scaling, if you are a one-person production, that you are not going to burn yourself out before you even get started. So making sure that you're thinking from the outset, how do I scale sustainably? So just something I would like to put out there for you, because that is one thing that I also work with businesses on. As they are getting bigger, how do we work on, if they're a one-person or two-person business, make it make sense for them, especially many times entrepreneurs are working a 9 to 5 and trying to balance all the things. So in closing, just starting a business is not about looking legit right out of the gate. It really is just about learning quickly to see if your product or if your service is really going to be something that the masses are going to clamor for. If people are not biting for your service or your product, it's important for you to know that early as possible. Build small, test early, listen closer to what your customers are saying or not saying even. And only then do you scale. That is when you then go to someone like myself or like a web developer or a brand designer to then work on all the quote unquote fun stuff. Because I love doing designs, I love doing websites, social media, all that. Love doing that piece of it. But doing that, putting the cart before the horse, is just going to make it more expensive for you to operate your business on the beginning side of it, because you're investing so many dollars in something that you're unsure of. And then you may have to go back in and then redesign your whole entire business plan or your business look because the customers just either weren't biting or they wanted something else. So that's all I have for you today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or if there's anything in particular that resonated with you. If there's a part that you would like me to expand upon as well, let me know that as well, and I can film a separate video just for that. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. My name is Moni, and I'm creating videos for those looking to redesign a life that meets their aspirations. And this includes content for entrepreneurs and nonprofit founders and everyone in between. If you enjoy this type of content, please like, share, and subscribe. I make videos every day, so I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.